swagger than him. Hit the bottom of the net or the back of the rim. Your style is a flagrant foul. Your score, I'ma take it down. All of your trash talking was pointless. Say it now. You slacking in goaltending. My actions are bone chilling. Got the home court advantage. I'm back on the road winning. Road winning.
I gotta hold down the city.
Welcome. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. This is Brian Anderson, joined courtside by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce. Now here's Young, screened by Durant. Two elite centers from tip-off to the final buzzer, Grant. We should have a battle on our hands tonight.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. And, you know, in games like this, it's important to give space for your big guys to compete. The last thing you want is to overcrowd the paint and end up taking an elbow.
Here's Young, following the bucket by Boston. Outside Durant. Pass to Arenas. Outside Young. Shot clock at 6. That won't fall. Can't drop his first one. And so Joe Mazzulla calls a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot at the time.
Well, yeah, that was until the Lakers sale hit 11 digits last summer, B.A. But in both cases, basketball decision-making doesn't change right away. In the case of the Celtics, the governorship doesn't transfer until 2028.
Now here's Tatum. To the middle. Here's Ibaka. Nice D from Thompson.
No such thing as an easy bucket most of the time in the NBA, but I'm surprised he missed that.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh?
Not when he can throw it down like that. Boom!
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Nice work inside from Young. Not afraid of trying his luck down there.
Here's Tatum. He's looking good. 2 buckets and 3 attempts.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Pass to Arenas. 3-pointer, no good. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for the Boston Celtics. Trailing by 2. Counted from distance. Tatum's got 7.
How about the pace that Tatum plays with? Excellent. I mean, when he's feeling it, he can pull up effortlessly off the dribble. Nice.
Now here's Young. Floats one up. Count it. Good. Young's gotten his second bucket of the game. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for the Celtics. All right, Grant, when we talk about the range Trae Young possesses, just how dangerous can this guy be?
Well, when he's on, he's a nightmare matchup for defenses. Once he crosses half court, he's a threat to score, which in turn really helps open up the floor for everyone else on his team.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, B.A. Jaylen Brown is rounding out his game in all facets. He said, I've definitely worked on my playmaking, just being able to see the floor, making great reads, creating for my teammates, and putting pressure on the defense. Brian, back to you.
Allie, thanks for the report. Brown can't hit. To the inside. Here's Durant. It's rebounded by Ibaka.
Fadeaway was the right shot there because it got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor.
There's Tatum with the three. Pure from three-point range. 10 points for him.
Leading the charge. What a huge quarter for him.
Called in by Brown.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight.
Knocks down the triple.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Now here's Young. Shot to stop the run. Houston with another miss. There's Tatum with the three. It's hauled in by Houston.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Thompson outside. Pass to Durant. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson.
Nobody better at getting inside and finding good looks. KD rarely forces anything, and he usually gets the best shot available.
Here's Hauser. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the first one at the line is good. Boston making a switch here. And so he makes both from the line.
When you send somebody like him to the line, it's pretty much easy money.
Thompson with a screen. 1 second left. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there.
We've seen those kinds of...
The Rockets.
Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And for Boston guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
Left side, Tatum. Pass to Brown. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Tatum. Ooh, good work defensively by Adams. Down low. Houston working the ball around. Van Vliet outside. Adams a screen. Double team on Van Vliet. Shoots over Pritchard. Here's Adams. And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Off the inbound. The rebound, Celtics.
Analytics already don't favor the mid-range jumper, let alone against exceptional defense.
And it's exceptional, the level of commitment that Ime Udoka has inspired from this Rockets team, Grant.
Yeah, I mean, he's a player's coach, but very demanding, and he holds everyone accountable. It's all about professionalism and purpose. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Pritchard surviving the D. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Pritchard's got himself on the board with a three there. Adams a screen. Outside Young. Inside. Pass to Adams. It's rebounded by Ibaka. Celtics lead by 5. To the paint. Here's Vucevic. Capella with a rebound. Three-pointer, Van Vliet. He's off on that one.
Well, it's clear he's frustrated. Just needs to slow things down a touch and let the offense come to him.
Shot is good by Gordon.
You know, Gordon has always been a guy who can knock down the three, and his attempts increased significantly, though, when he headed to Houston, and he is rock solid from deep.
Van Vliet outside. 6 to shoot. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Van Vliet's got 5 now.
Not the best of shot selection there, but you know what? You do not look a gift horse in the mouth.
Brown with it. He's picked up by Adams. Vucevic. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Looking ahead, they've got the Mavericks coming to town for their next one. And that's a one-game homestand for the club. Here's Okogie. And the three off target.
That's exactly how you win a rebound battle. Get good position and then use your strength to hold on to that position.
Well, Grant, we know teams are humming triples like never before. What's the line before you get a little three happy, though?
Well, B.A., I don't care how well you're shooting it. If you have an opportunity to get to the rim, you have to take it.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. And here is Thompson. And he lays it up and in. Thompson's got his third bucket of the night.
You see there, Thompson does a good job of sneaking into the lane and finishing.
There's Tatum with the three. Thompson pulls it in.
After nailing 3 trays to start this game, he's gone silent here in the second quarter.
Yes, sir! The smooth stroke of Kevin Durant.
Boy, he is fundamentally sound. Tough cover.
To the middle. And there's a 3-second violation. Boston making a switch here. Rockets trail by 3. Now here's Thompson. He has 6. Pass to Shepherd. The 3. And Houston another 3.
Well, Shepherd can really spin it from distance, and he doesn't need a lot of room to launch it.
"16 seconds left to play in the first half. Now Tatum. He's got 13. And the jam by Ibaka.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's the Celtics. They're up by 2. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. And you watch Alperen Sengun. He's a beast on the blocks, Graham.
Yeah, B.A., he throws his weight around, but what separates him is his skill. Against the best post defenders in the league, he comes up with creative ways to score.
And there's the call on Amin Thompson. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Ibaka. Eason pulls it in. The Rockets trail. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, the Celtics understand that they'll be tested. Jaylen Brown said growth is a journey with ups and downs. You have to stay with it. You can't complain. Don't let it break your spirit. We've just got to keep building the right habits, keep being versatile, and keep learning from these experiences. Back to you.
Always looking to get better. Thank you, Allie. Clock at 6. And stolen by Durant. And here we go. The Rockets in transition. Arenas' shot is off. It's a close game here in Boston. They'll face the Jazz after this game. That'll be at home. And that'll put them halfway through a 3-game homestand.
They've been unable to hit anything this half. 3 attempts and 3 misses.
Here's Tatum. Outside, Brown. 6 to shoot. Oh, cashes in. A terrific finisher inside.
And check out the handles from Brown. Just carving up the defense like a Thanksgiving turkey.
Here's Shepherd. Screen by Durant. Takes the 3. And it's Shepherd missing.
Bad offense to begin the second half. 4 misses right off the bat.
Eason with a steal. Outside Durant. Out to the right wing. And they call an illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
And he banks in the layup. Hauser's got 6 points.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. Boston leading by 7. A streamlined rebuild for the Rockets. In 2021, they trade away James Harden. 4 years later, the #2 seed in the West, Graham.
And they haven't shortchanged their future either. Sure, they've added key veterans, but the bulk of their roster is still very young with room to grow.
Pass to Adams. Houston working the ball around. Adams a screen. Arenas. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Walsh. And he jams it home with authority.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that. Defensive mix-up for sure right there. Somehow, he was left open.
Out left to the wing. Vucevic with it. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. To the wing, right side. Walsh can't get it to go.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Boston leading by 4. There's 31 seconds left in the third. Vucevic in the post. And the power finish by Vucevic.
No higher percentage shot than that, guys. You love seeing Vucevic finish at the rim like that. Excellent aggressiveness there.
Up top, Young. Shoots over Pritchard. A nice shot by Young. Young's got his third basket on the night right there. And Pritchard, here we go. Pass to Hauser. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. And the Celtics lead by 6. And so it's Boston leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Their key to consistency has been... And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. Rockets trail by 6. And it's Thompson penetrating. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Tough to slow Thompson down when he's got a lane to the rim like that.
Down low. Here's Ibaka. And the jam by Ibaka.
There is no doubt what's going to happen once he reaches the rim.
On the wing, Thompson. Driving inside. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
That first step is so dangerous with Ahmed. I mean, he was just gone.
And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Boston leading by 4. Tatum to the rack. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Tatum clearly putting on a show in this one, doing it all.
Screen by Eason. Out to Thompson. Into the lane. That's good. And so Durant with the assist. And 12 points for Amen Thompson. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for Boston. Hey, Tatum getting it done inside.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Ime Udoka as he talked with the team. First and foremost, he wants to see more points at the break. He asked his team, where's the urgency? We know what we can do in transition. Now let's go out and do it. We'll see if they can pick up the tempo, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Just 5 on the clock. The putback! The putback! How about the activity?
Well, I tell you what, Clint Capella does a really good job of playing with such energy and effort, particularly on the glass, and because of that, he can hurt you on the board.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
4-point game. Stolen by Capella.
Not the best pass, guys, and the defense took full advantage.
Jams it home!
The defense had no chance getting between Arenas and the rim that time because of his athleticism.
Tatum looking it over. Beyond the arc. Capella pulls it down. So it's the Rockets now. So far in the 4th, they've allowed just 6 points. Screen by Capella. With a teardrop. That one's in there.
Off the charts, the touch from Arenas. Beautiful.
Tatum. Tatum drills the 3.
You expect he's going to find a way to pull through in the clutch.
Gordon with a steal. Here's a pass to Tatum. Fires the 3. Oh, no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Young. Inside. It's Trae Young.
You see the trust Young's guys have in him. When they need a bucket, he gets it for them.
Jason Tatum can't get the three. The Rockets trail. Book it! That one goes!
And this is indeed Agent Zero's time. When it's a tight game, he really turns up.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. Outside Tatum. Screen by Ibaka. He launches. Adams pulls it down.
Hey, I have no idea why he's still shooting threes. He's got to find another way to be productive. Arenas is so relentless in attacking the basket. Always puts all kinds of pressure on the defense.
He hits the first one, and that'll put him up 2. And so he drops them both, and it's a 3-point game. Here's Tatum. This is do or die time.
They must play flawlessly.
Oh, off target from downtown. And it's Houston's ball. Outside Adams. Here's Arenas. Tatum brings a double team. Here's Thompson. Gordon with a steal.
It's all about getting a 3 right here.
No doubt. I mean, the next shot has to be a 3.
And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the top.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but it certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And so it's the Rockets who come out on top here. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should take this win to heart. When the pressure was on, they stepped up.
None of my we all live made.